Imagine walking through a forest, where every rustling leaf whispers a forgotten tale of terror. A place where the wind moans through the gnarled branches, carrying with it an oppressive chill. The air here is thick with the scent of centuries-old fear, a lingering perfume of the supernatural. Stories abound of lost souls who wander the undergrowth, their spectral forms glimpsed in the corner of the eye. This is no ordinary forest. It's a place where the spectral and earthly realms intertwine. Welcome to the haunted forest. This forest holds a dark history, one that chills the bones of those who dare to learn it. Beginnings are often shrouded in mystery, and this forest is no different. Its inception lies hidden in the mists of time, its roots reaching deep into the past, akin to the gnarled trees that dominate its landscape. Over centuries, this forest has witnessed its fair share of unsettling events. From the ancient battles that stained its ground crimson, to the whispers of witch trials that echoed through the ages, every leaf seems to hold a ghost of a story. Unexplained disappearances have been a recurring theme in the forest's history. Travelers, hunters, even children have ventured into its depths, never to return. The forest, with its labyrinthine trails and towering trees, has swallowed them whole. Their fates remain unknown, their stories untold. But the forest's history is not just limited to the physical realm. Supernatural sightings have been reported with unnerving consistency. Ethereal apparitions, flickering between the trees, have been glimpsed by the most rational of minds. Strange lights dancing in the distance have lured the curious deeper into the forest's heart. An eerie silence often descends, a silence that seems to muffle even the wind, leaving the observer with a sense of breathless anticipation. The forest has also been the birthplace of countless legends, stories of spectral figures wandering aimlessly, lost souls seeking redemption, and restless spirits trapped in a perpetual loop of their final moments. The tales are as varied as they are chilling, each one adding another layer to the forest's sinister reputation. Yet despite these harrowing tales, the forest continues to draw the brave and the foolish alike. Some seek adventure, others, answers. But all are drawn into the intoxicating allure of the unknown, the thrill of what lies hidden within the forest's dark embrace. The past has left its eerie imprint on the forest, and it's not quite done with it yet. A chilling reminder that the forest's history is not just a thing of the past, but a living, pulsating entity, forever intertwined with the present. The forest whispers tales of terror to those who dare to listen. Venture with me now into the heart of the haunted forest, where the shadows seem to dance with a life of their own, and the wind carries whispers of the macabre. Here we dive into the chilling anecdotes of those brave enough to tread where many fear to step. Our first tale comes from a hiker, a man of science, who scoffed at the notion of the supernatural. One day, in the heart of the forest, he claimed to have seen a figure in the distance. It was a woman, dressed in a gown of the purest white, her face obscured by a veil. He called out to her, but she did not respond. Instead, she seemed to float away, disappearing into the dense foliage. The hiker, intrigued, gave chase, but no matter how fast he ran, he could not catch up. Suddenly he found himself at the edge of a cliff, the woman nowhere in sight. Shaken, he vowed never to return to the forest, a promise he kept until his last breath. Our next tale is of a seasoned hunter, a man who knew the forest like the back of his hand. Yet one night, under the pale glow of the moon, the familiar became alien. He heard a child's laughter echoing through the trees, a sound that filled him with an inexplicable dread. He followed the sound, his heart pounding in his chest, only to find a small antique doll lying in the middle of a clearing. The laughter stopped, replaced by an oppressive silence. The hunter, unnerved, left the doll untouched and hurriedly retreated. He too swore never to return after sunset. Our final story is that of a group of thrill-seeking teenagers who decided to camp overnight in the forest. They set up their tents and laughed at the scary stories they'd heard. Yet, as the night wore on, their laughter turned to screams. One by one, they claimed, they were awakened by a spectral figure standing at the foot of their beds. Each described the figure in the same way, a tall, shadowy entity with glowing red eyes. By dawn they fled the forest, their youthful bravado replaced by stark terror. These stories echo through the trees, a chilling reminder of what lurks within the shadows. The haunted forest is not just a name, it is a warning to those who dare to tread its darkened paths. For within its depths, the line between the living and the dead is blurred, and the unseen becomes seen. These tales of terror are not just stories, They are the forest's grim lullaby, sung to the tune of the wind, a testament to the unknown that dwells within its heart. What you've heard so far might just be stories, but what if I told you there's evidence? Now we delve into the tangible proof that has emerged from the depths of this haunted forest. Over the years, countless wanderers have ventured into the forest armed with cameras, recorders, and a staunch desire to capture the unknown. What they've brought back are chilling fragments of the inexplicable. Let's begin with the peculiar photographs that have surfaced. Images that would send shivers down the spine of even the most hardened skeptic. Pictures capturing ethereal figures, spectral lights, and orbs floating in the dense forest, all hinting at the presence of the paranormal. There are no tricks of light or camera anomalies here. These are raw, unfiltered glimpses into the otherworldly. Next, we have the unexplained phenomena. Visitors have reported experiencing inexplicable drops in temperature, feelings of being watched, and even the sensation of invisible hands brushing against their skin. Electronic devices often malfunction, with batteries draining at an alarming rate. Compasses spin wildly, refusing to point north. These occurrences are not isolated incidents but recurring patterns that defy logical explanation. The forest is also a hotbed for EVP, electronic voice phenomena. Ghost hunters and paranormal investigators have recorded countless hours of audio within the forest's eerie quiet. The voices they've captured, whispering, shouting, even laughing, are not of this world. These disembodied voices, speaking in tongues both known and unknown, provide an auditory testament to the forest's supernatural inhabitants. Then we have testimonies from seasoned paranormal investigators. These aren't the easily spooked or those with an overactive imagination. These are professionals trained to approach the paranormal with a discerning eye. They've encountered entities in the forest that have left them shaken. They've seen shadows move with a mind of their own, heard footsteps echo with no source, and felt the chilling touch of unseen hands. Their testimonies, steeped in years of experience, lend credibility to the forest's haunted reputation. Lastly, we must discuss the forest's impact on wildlife. Animals, with their heightened senses, often act as our first warning of something amiss. Within the forest, the usual sounds of nature are eerily absent. Birds don't sing, squirrels don't scamper, and even insects seem to avoid this place. The silence is deafening, a stark reminder that even nature itself is wary of this haunted forest. We've examined the photos, the phenomena, the voices, the testimonies, and the unnatural silence. Each piece of evidence on its own could be dismissed as a fluke, an anomaly. But together they weave a tapestry of the supernatural that's impossible to ignore. The evidence paints an undeniable picture. Something unnatural resides in this forest. Despite the chilling tales and evidence, some still venture into the forest, drawn by curiosity or bravado. But let me give you a final warning. This isn't a place for thrill seekers or ghost hunters. It's a realm where the ordinary rules of reality don't apply, where the unknown lurks in every shadow. The forest, thick with its haunting silence, is a dangerous labyrinth. Those who dare to venture in often lose their way, some even lose themselves completely. The forest consumes them, body and soul, leaving behind only a chilling tale, a whisper on the wind. This isn't just about the physical risk, the chance of getting lost or injured. It's about the psychological torment, the nightmares that will invade your sleep long after you've left the forest behind. The echoes of the forest's tortured past will seep into your mind, twisting your dreams into nightmarish realities. And then, there's the unknown. The unseen entities that dwell within the forest, the ones whose stories we've shared. They're not bound by our understanding of the world. They exist beyond the realm of our comprehension, making them a threat that we can't predict or understand. So if you ever find yourself near this haunted forest, remember, some places are better left unexplored. Don't let your curiosity lead you into the jaws of the unknown. Respect the forest and its unseen inhabitants, and keep a safe distance.